Do you think going forward in the future that there will start to be a large influx of government-less marriages?
Huh?
Do you think going forward in the future that there will start to be a lot of marriages that don't involve the government at all?
What is that? What is a marriage without the
They 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 might have a wedding. They might say that they might, present themselves to be married, but they just don't get the government involved. Listen, at the end of the day, DJ Khaled been with his woman for a decade plus. They have children. He's not getting married to that woman. Ronaldo is not getting married to his woman, and his woman knows that, and she's more than okay with that. As many kids as he wants to continue to have, she's gonna have those kids for him. She's gonna continue to get those bags. She's gonna continue to join to like live that lifestyle. So
Mhm.
because and even someone like Oprah and her billionaire boyfriend that she had at one point in time, I don't know if they still go together, but they did not get married because of the assets and resources that they have and what could possibly come out of them divorcing. So what I'm asking you is, if we want to talk about, we could just forego even having to get a prenup in general. We're just going to be together, we're going to have a family, but we're not going to get the government involved in what we got going on. Do you think going forward that our generation is going to like entertain situations like that?
I hope not. I don't know. I sure hope not. I don't think it's smart. I think that there we have a law for a reason. Politics is a whole different discussion. However you feel about the government is however you feel about the government. But I think that there are a lot of really qualified people that work hard to protect our rights. And there are a lot of rights that you get when you are when you are married, before you get married, after you get married. And so I think that that is a very dangerous territory to have a agreement solely going off of people's words, because as a lot of people have pointed out, like, people show their true colors over time. People are manipulative. I'm not even going to gender it.
Right.
I don't see any scenario in which it would be a good idea if you have documents that are going to protect you to not go through the way of those documents. uh and then with regards to wills, it becomes really complicated with like wills, trust, even things like who's going to make your decisions for you while you're in the hospital. If you are not if you're not married on paper, like, there's a
Right.
lot of extra stuff that you have to do. Now if you're willing to go through more paperwork, sure, but I just, at that point, if your whole thing is to evade government process, well, the government's involved in a lot more than just your marriage. So I don't know why that would be the better alternative, other than like not wanting a wedding, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Um. Okay, but
I don't know if I'm not understanding the question.
no,
Like,
no, 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 no. You answered the question. Like you said, you feel that because like people can like just go AWOL on their word at any point in time. So like you said, if people can like have the paperwork, document signed that, and we could be crystal clear on what will happen in certain instances. So I hear you on that. But do you think though, Maya, that I think obviously as men and women we're different, and if we want to go the paper route, I don't think it'll ever be a. I think it will be very rare that a woman will 100% agree with the way a man wants it to be, and I think it'll be very rare that a man 100% agrees with the way the woman wants it to be. So I do honestly think a lot of times that even prevents people from getting married earlier because they can't come to agreement on the terms of that contract. So
yeah, but like, you have to, like, compromise is part of a healthy marriage. That's part of any healthy relationship, not even a marriage. Like, you have to learn how to compromise and listen to the person and see what you're willing to give up or, modify. That like the all a contract or a legal marriage does is take things and put them on paper. You would have had to have that discussion even if there wasn't a paper. There would just be no record that there was a discussion, which means if 20 years down the line you cheat on that person wants to lie on you, you are no longer protected in the eyes of the law. So that's like, I don't really see, like, I'm just not really seeing a benefit to it, to not, like, people, especially like when we think about like gender equality or, equality for, black people, like, there's a lot of work that's been gone into to give people rights in marriage. So I don't know why we would go backwards in time.
Okay. So just all in all, um, you
If
would
you want to
strongly
get married,
advise.
like I'm not saying that everybody should get married. I'm saying that if you feel like you want to commit to a life partner and you guys want to share assets, you want again like that's somebody you trust enough with your will, your trust, who gets the kids. You know, God forbid something happened to you, you're willing to let that person make medical decisions on your behalf. Like, why wouldn't you want to make your life easier by streamlining it and having a document that 100% gives that person the okay, like in every one of those cases. Oh, sorry y'all
Right.
about the light. My
Let me
son's
let
on.
me let me let me ask you one more question.
Okay, yeah.
Um, so when we were talking about when I was telling you how I think it's very problematic when women are looking at men that are on the same socioeconomic status level as them as less than, um a lot listen, whether you want to agree to this or not, um I've talked to so many women on this app, Maya. There's a lot of women on this app that I talk to off of this app. There's a lot of women that I talk to off of this app that are not even on here. They all say that we are not interested in building, not even not interested. We are not building with men these days. They say we've seen what our mothers went through, we've seen what our grandmothers went through. We're not going to put ourselves through that. And then what they say is what happens most of the time when you build with a man, when he gets to whatever level he's trying to get to, or whatever level y'all want him to get to, they say a lot of the times the woman that was actually building with that man gets the short end of the stick. So, they love to say, they love to bring up the Kanye quote. And, my cousin Kanye is his favorite artist. They love to bring up the Kanye, and when he get on, he leave your ass for a white girl. So when he get on, he gonna leave you, even though you were the one that was with him when he was nobody, when he was nothing. He's gonna go get another younger woman. He's gonna get a better woman. He's just gonna brush you to the side, despite the fact that you've been down there riding and dying for him. So,
Mhm.
with that being said, do you encourage women? Obviously, you were being a ride or die for a man that you had no business being a ride or die for. But
Mhm.
if this man is on the same socioeconomic status level as the woman and he's handling his business, would you advise a woman to like really try to build with that man or no?
I think building with and building up are two different things.
Right.
So I got what I got going on. You got what we got going on. We're moving in the same direction. We have the same vision for a long term goal. That's how you progress in a relationship. If you're interested in marriage, if you're not, like, why would I wouldn't be in a relationship with somebody I couldn't see a long term vision with. And so in that way, yeah, I would put my energy into building with that. Y'all have got plans for y'all life. Like, yeah, why wouldn't you? If there's this, and I think that why I'm prefacing with that is because when I hear that conversation, it's usually a case in which the woman has to sacrifice something at the expense of the man, and it ends up biting them in the ass later. So whether that is them being able to go to school, them, like, I got an auntie who she got degrees and my uncle don't. She can't hang her degrees up because my uncle thinks that it's going to be like a bad look to the family that she's like boasting her education and he doesn't. He's the head of the household. Like, it usually costs the woman something. And I don't think that anybody should be at the expense of making somebody else look good or boosting somebody else's life up, have to take something out of them. I don't think that that's healthy.
And about um like women not putting themselves in a position to where if things don't work out with the man, that they can still stand strong on their own, 10 toes, their own 2 feet. Um, and she talked about, when you go back into the dating market as a divorced woman and you got 2, 3 kids, she's like, most of these men are going to look at you as a single mother. And she also
Mm-hmm.
said, Maya, that, you know, you're not going to be a woman that you haven't been in the workforce for X amount of years and you think you're about to just go back into the workforce and get a job that's paying X, Y, and Z. So my question to you is, um, what are your thoughts on like a woman that may be a career woman, a woman like, or a modern woman, as they like to refer to them, like you would be considered a modern
Oh
woman, right? Like
no.
you're
I know how they
childless,
feel about them
you're
modern
not
women.
married, you work, you have a job, you take care of yourself. But in the instance you were to have a kid, what are your thoughts on women becoming stay-at-home moms? What are your thoughts on women becoming stay-at-home moms and stay-at-home wives? Like, basically, what I'm trying to ask you, if it's something that they do want to pursue, do you think they need to be all in on it, or do you think it's possible for them to do the stay at home mom thing for 3 to 5 years and then want to go back to work. What do you think today in 2023?